Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're viewing from. This is Laura Thompson, your friendly, fabulous, feisty, fierce, and phenomenal CEO and creator of TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, and you're tuned into the coffee break. And I was just sitting here drinking a cup of coffee, and lo and behold, the CEO for the Texas Kidney Foundation, Mrs. Tiffany Jones Smith, walked in the room to have a cup of coffee with me. So I guess I'll let her stay. How you doing, Tiffany?
I'm doing great. I always like having coffee with you, Laura.
Well, thank you. She likes a mean, espresso too.
Yes.
I'm sorry we didn't have espresso today, but
I love
we're
my
not
double
that
espressos.
upscale, like you. But but thank you for joining me. So how you doing?
We are doing great, offering free screenings and for chronic kidney disease, and really we've just launched a public health initiative, which big things are happening always at TAN TV with Texas Kidney Foundation.
Wow.
So what we're doing is identifying kidney disease in 8,000 residents of Bexar County.
Wow. So how much is it going to cost them to get those done?
They are free.
Oh, wow.
It's free to the public. And the reason why we identified Bexar County as a place where we should be doing this is it's the 17th largest county in the nation. We have a cross-pollination of people, and chronic kidney disease is running rampant here. 1 in 3 are at risk for CKD.
Wow. So are there some warning signs, or how do people know that they have kidney disease?
The problem with kidney disease is that there aren't a lot of warning signs. And so the way that you know that you have kidney disease is that you have to test the blood and the urine to find that.
Wow. And so these particular tests
are testing the blood and the urine. We brought the best technology and the latest technology to Bexar County. We are the first ones to bring it to Texas. The creatinine and statin meters, that's the blood test that we do. And we read and stage kidney disease right there on site. And then we have an at-home screening kit that we mail to your house. And you get the results and we get the results. You read your test with your smartphone, and you get the results and we get the results, and that's the urine. Wow. So we're able to get a full view of your kidneys with with those two tests.
Wow. So how are people learning about how to get this, or if they're viewing this today and they want a free kidney kit, a test kit? So how do they go about getting that?
They go online and go to www.silentbutdeadly.org, because kidney disease is a silent killer. It is silent and deadly.
Wow. So silent and deadly is your campaign to promote?
Silent but deadly, yes. That's our campaign, silent but deadly, because kidney disease, you don't feel bad with kidney disease until you're at the end of it. So we wanted to be proactive, and the best way to stop kidney disease, the cost of kidney disease on your life and on you financially, is to identify it early.
Wow. So people can contact you?
Yes.
Through the website, silentbutdeadly.org.
Or through txkidney.org.
Okay. So that's TX for short for Texas, kidney.org. And so what other ways? Are y'all having any type of events or outreach opportunities where people can come to you?
Yes, you can come to our office and get screened for kidney disease at 4204 Gardendale. Or you can come, we go to events all over the county, and we go to events in other areas of the state as well. So you just have to look at our website, txkidney.org, and check our calendar. You can see where we're at.
Wow. So can they schedule appointments? Do they have to schedule an appointment or reserve a spot, or they just come out?
You can schedule an appointment. You can also show up at our events. You just show up. But you can schedule an appointment to come to our office if you want to get screened.
Wow. Well, I've been screened, so and I came out negative.
That's
This
right.
then this is the only thing that you want to come out negative in is, if it's a health issue, you don't want to come out negative in most things. But if I had a negative test result, and so
And you are what we want everybody to come out as. Unfortunately, in the diabetic population, 46 to 56% of the people that we test actually end up with some stage of kidney disease.
Wow. So I get tested and I'm positive. So what happens after that? What does the Texas Kidney Foundation do or recommend?
Well, we have a full continuum of care. So if you are staged with kidney disease, our next step is to find out, okay, do you have insurance? Do you not have insurance? Most of our people don't have insurance. Most of the people that we are screening are underserved.
Mm-hmm.
So we then connect you with TDI, Texas Diabetes Institute, whom we're working with, and they offer free services and services on a sliding scale. And we also connect with the Wellesley Clinic, which is also a free service for literally everything you can think of that you might need. A primary care physician, dental, they have more
Really?
services than simply kidneys.
Wow. And so you all are partners, or you collaborate with those
Yes.
agencies?
Yes, because I've lost 12 family members to kidney disease, and I firmly believe that early detection would have at least had half of those people still here.
Mm-hmm.
So if money should never be a barrier to health and to good health care, and we have the resources in our wonderful community. It's just making people aware of them and connecting them to them, and that's what we're doing.
Wow. And you've had an opportunity to go speak before the House or before the State Senate
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Austin. So what was that all about?
So when I spoke before the Senate, it was to argue to make kidney patients a priority. So by making us a priority group, then that allows us to, in a crisis, like when we had that winter storm, it means that those healthcare services and what's being done, we're put at the forefront of that group.
Wow. And as it should be, that's a major illness and has a lot of ramifications, if you don't take care of it and detect it early.
That's right.
So
That's exactly right. And thank you for letting us talk about kidney disease here, because the biggest problem with kidney disease is nobody knows about it.
Wow.
And yet we have dialysis units on every corner, and especially in underserved neighborhoods.
Wow.
So in the city of San Antonio alone, we have over 50 dialysis units.
Wow, that means something. That says a lot to have 50 dialysis centers. That says that this community is written with people that have kidney disease, and maybe that they had gone undetected, and that's why they're in the position that they're in. Probably, I don't know. I'm not a medical professional, but I'm just guessing.
Well, you're right, Laura. Like over 30% of the people who go into renal failure went into renal failure with no knowledge of them being sick with kidney disease. So they hadn't been seen or diagnosed by anyone as having kidney disease. They literally show up to their doctor or show up to an emergency room, and within weeks or days, and in some cases hours, they're on dialysis.
Wow, that's awesome to be able to have an opportunity to have early detection. So if people want to get tested, they can come to some of your events. They can go to your website.
That's right.
txkidney.org.
Yes, and we're partnering with University Health Systems to bring more screenings to our community. So look forward to that breaking news happening with you, Miss Ma'am.
Wow, so that is phenomenal. And we've got to talk about this a little bit more when we have a little bit more time. But
Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
for coming out. This is Laura Thompson with TAN TV and Tiffany Smith with the Texas Kidney Foundation. She is the CEO, as a matter of fact. And we are so happy that you stopped by to talk to us about the free kidney test that you have available. So you've been tuned into TAN TV, the African American Network, on the coffee break. And thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're viewing from. This is Laura Thompson, your friendly, fabulous, feisty, fierce, and phenomenal CEO and creator of TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, and you're tuned into the coffee break, and I know that was a mouthful. We're sitting here with Danielle. She's the director, the producer, the playwright, all of that for a play called The King.
The King.
So how you doing, Danielle?
Phenomenal. How are you?
I'm
fabulous. Phenomenal. Fantastic. Amazing.
Right. So
Ms. Laura Thompson. I'm good.
So before we get started, thank you for joining me on the coffee break. By the way, I don't let too many people join me.
Well, I'm happy
break.
I could be here.
Right. So before we get started with the interview, if you could just give us a little biographical information on you, who you are, where you're from, what you do, why you do it, all that good stuff.
Well, again, my name is Danielle Gulley. I'm the writer, director, and producer of this phenomenal production that's coming to San Antonio called The King. I am the CEO of Perpetual Innovations Entertainment, where we produce and direct amazing productions that really bring light into the community, and just really excited to be doing some amazing work this year for the city of San Antonio, Selma, Shirts, and Cibolo. And, getting an opportunity to really reach globally and hit people all over the country.
Wow. Well, she's always done phenomenal work. She probably didn't think of it like that at first when she first started out,
no,
but
I didn't.
she's always done phenomenal work. So tell us about this production, The King. What is so special about this production?
It is probably one of the most creative pieces that I've ever written, and it's family oriented. It's fun, it's exciting, especially during this time of, we're getting away from COVID a little bit now, and people have been in their homes for about 2 years, and it's like, oh my goodness, I just need to laugh, I need to dance, I need to do something. And this production brings that back. It kind of makes you feel like, okay, before COVID, we can have fun, we could get together, we can be unified and laugh together and sing together. And that's what this production is going to bring to the entire city of San Antonio. It's a Christmas production, so if you love Christmas time, this is definitely something you want to come out to with your families and just really enjoy the message, because there's a powerful message. We have phenomenal actors and musicians and dancers that are a part of this production that's going to just electrify the city.
Wow. So, and she's not kidding either, because there's a couple that's going to be a part of this production that I know a lot of you know who they are. So tell us about, you got some national gospel performing artists that are going to be a part of this. So tell us about that.
So honored to have David and Tamala Mann a part of this production. Not just coming in doing like 1 minute of something, doing a cameo. They are a part of this production, and it's been a true blessing to have them connect with my company and get a chance to meet some of the local cast members that we have here. For those that don't know, David and Tamala Mann are with the Tyler Perry Studios. They have been in almost every national stage play that they've put on, as well as television, sitcoms, and film. And I mean, Tamala is also a recording artist, as you mentioned, a gospel recording artist. Wow. And they also put a R&B love album together as a couple. And so they are I consider them the king and queen of the stage. Again, very honored to be working with them and to allow our cast members to be working with people of their caliber. And not just them, we have a guy by the name of Deontay Wyatt who's playing the character of Grinch. And he is an executive assistant at Tyler Perry Studios. He's an actor within his own right. He was in Freedom Writers. It's a movie that a lot of people have seen years ago with Hilary Swank. And he was one of the star actors in that movie as well. So, I mean, we just really have a phenomenal cast.
Wow. So that's just testament of you and the phenomenal writer, producer, and director that you are. That just did not happen by happenstance. It's because of the work that you've done prior to this that has led up to this. Such a time like this. And
such a time like this.
So, I've heard of David and Tamala, but I forgot that they were part of the Tyler Perry family.
Right. And it just so happened that's how it worked out with having three major components of Tyler Perry's camp a part of this production. I've known Deontay for years before he started working with Tyler Perry. He and I was in a production in Dallas, Texas together about 12, 13 years ago.
Wow.
And when I wrote this production, I said, man, I need somebody that could play this character and bring it to life, and somebody that's not afraid of the stage and that can wow the audience. And I just remember the performance we had years ago, and I said, man, I gotta find out where he is. Found him. Had no idea he was in Atlanta because he was living in California at the time. Into Atlanta, and he said, you know what, Danielle, I'm there.
Wow.
And at the time, we did the production first in Maryland. And it was a phenomenal show then, and now it has grown, and the production value is even bigger and better. I'm looking forward to definitely putting San Antonio on the map as it pertains to live theater going national out of this city.
Wow, and it's going just there. I was just speaking with someone, and they said, I know her. I know Danielle, but I remember when you came to the 10 TV studios several years ago, and I read the name of the play on your flyer, and I was like, wow, we got to interview this lady. We got to find out what this play is all about.
That was Why Good Girls Become Bad Boys.
Right, but I loved that play. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it. And so, what can people expect, and how many shows? Are you going to have one
We have
show?
one power-packed performance, and it's going to be at the Real Life Amphitheater on December 4th at 7:30.
Wow.
It's a large venue. It's an open-air venue.
Wow.
The weather is slated to be amazing, and we're going to knock on wood and pray that everything is perfect, just the way that it's supposed to be. But it is going to be an awesome production. And again, it's going to be at the Real Life Amphitheater in Selma.
Wow. So how can people learn more about it without us telling them on the air? Where can they go to learn more about the production?
Absolutely. They can go to my website. They can go to www.daniellegulley.com, and you can get all the information about the show, see the existing reel from the show to see what it's about, the content. It is a dynamic production as it pertains to being able to go into your mind.
Wow.
And that's what the story resembles. It's a young lady by the name of Nikki. That's her character. She goes into her soul, and she meets the different parts of her personality. So faith, grace, knowledge, joy, doubt. And she's in her efforts to go meet the king in order to make it back home. So you're going to take this amazing journey with Nikki throughout this production of The King.
Wow. So by chance, are you performing in this?
I am not, but I feel like I am because as the writer, to see all the people on stage, including the Grinch, who's played by Deontay, and Santa Claus, who's played by David Mann, and Spirit, who's played by Tamala Mann, and Scrooge, who's played by this amazing guy named Kurt Wilkinson, to see all of these characters on stage, I feel like I'm on stage because they are breathing life into the very words that I've written.
Wow.
So it's so unbelievably fulfilling to be able to see the characters, hear the songs that we've written, and to see them dancing. So yeah, I'm on stage. I'm just not physically on stage.
Wow. So is this all of the music is original?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I have some amazing writers. Plugs to them: Janae Jackson and Mallory Jackson and Kayla Garner. My writing team, who has just been plugging away, and Paul Cockfield and Steve Johnson.
Well, I'm just going to predict that Tyler Perry's going to pick it up and put it on the big screen.
Well, all right. We'll receive.
but thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me on the coffee break.
Thank you.
For a little bit. We're running out of time, but tell them again where they can go and find out more information.
Yes, please go to www.daniellegulley.com, and you can find out everything about Perpetual Innovations, which is my company that is producing this show, and a little bit more about me and the whole production. It is going to blow you away. You don't want to miss it.
Wow, you don't want to miss it. You've been tuned into the coffee break, and thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
And having a little bit of coffee with me.
Yeah.
Ciao.